Taco Bell is huge in the US, with over 7,000 restaurants across the country. It's one of the top 5 restaurant chains in the US based on sales, and a recent Harris poll also appointed it America's favorite Mexican restaurant.
I mean, I love Taco Bell. It's one of those type of restaurants that it's taco.
The company says its commitment to value and innovation is what's driving its continued sales growth. But how many variations of cheap Mexican food can Taco Bell concoct?
You think you know America's favorite restaurants, but what if the ones we grew up loving are the ones letting us down most? We're ranking the biggest names in dining from worst to best, and trust me, your nostalgia won't survive number 10. There's a reason that golden arches don't shine as bright once you see what really happens behind the counter. Stick around, because by the end, you might start questioning every value meal you thought you knew.
Once we get an order through for a Whopper, it will come up on this screen here, and we have our buns just here. So what we do when it comes up is just take one and put it in the toaster.
You can tailor it. And that means that we're able to take this out, take that out, add that in. And that slows things down. So their system is built to try to make that as quick as possible.
So in contrast to all the other fast food chains that already had a footfall in the UK, be it Wimpy's, McDonald's, KFC, the idea was that you could customize your burger. And
before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great! Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. If you still think McDonald's means Happy Meals and golden fries, you might want to revisit what actually lands in the bag now. Let's start with the chain that once stood as a flag for American convenience, cheap, quick, and almost comforting in its sameness. The problem is that sameness has gone stale. Fries that used to crunch now sag halfway to your mouth. Tables stay tacky long after the lunch rush. You still get the smiling packaging, but the food inside tells a tired story. The edges of the burgers look steamed instead of seared, and the flavor, if you can call it that, vanishes as soon as you swallow. What used to be pride in process has turned into production math. The kitchen line hums like a small factory. Every second counts, every shortcut adds up, and that cost-cutting flavor can't be disguised with salt. The illusion of fast and familiar survives, but only if you don't look too close. Once you do, it starts to taste like nostalgia reheated under a heat lamp.
It's a Pepsi to McDonald's Coke. It's an Avis. We try harder.
They always show a Burger King being eaten with 2 hands because they want it to look bigger than its competitors. The Whopper is literally in your face at every single touch point. Whenever you visit a Burger King store, whenever you see anything in their ads, everything shouts and screams Whopper at you.
Burger King has the same sickness. It once sold attitude through a grill, smoke, char, and defiance. Now, it depends on luck. Some locations hand you a decent sandwich, others deliver a gray, soggy coin toss. That identity drift leaves customers rolling dice they didn't mean to throw. When consistency dies, trust follows it out the door.
Fewer people are opting to eat fresh these days. The restaurant chain Subway continues to see declining sales.
With more than 42,000 restaurants in over 100 countries, Subway has the most locations of any fast food chain on the planet. And at first that sounds like a sign of a thriving subgiant.
And still is today about Subway is really an open kitchen format. In many ways they really pioneered that and the ability to customize your sandwich.
Subway's famous giant foot-long sandwiches are made right before your eyes, the way you want them.
Subway's closed thousands of stores in the last 3 years and saw a 25% fall in business from 2012 to 2017.
Then there's Subway, the chain that told us to eat fresh. Sweet bread, wilted lettuce, and watery meat now make that slogan sound ironic. Fresh became fluorescent. The do-it-yourself pride has faded into autopilot assembly. All 3 giants fed us a script of reliability, but the product keeps forgetting its lines. Familiarity still feels safe, but what you're paying for is the echo of what used to be. So if these titans are losing their flavor, you have to ask, where does real care still live? Here's where the story flips. Not every chain forgot its recipe for trust. Some still remember why people showed up in the first place.
It's like a dream for us.
Specifically, the fried cheese and avocado. Owner and chef Tavo Hernandez
Just a little bit of seasoning.
learned everything he knows from his late mother.
I mean, I can remember this. I was a little kid having these things here.
So you only have one of these? Does that mean that each and every tortilla is made
It's hand pressed,
one
by one.
Hit that taco with a little onion, cilantro, and homemade salsa. This is awesome. But the Hawaiian taco would prove to put up a tough fight.
Nice and grilled, fresh pico. We make our own chipotle here too.
Take Olive Garden. It runs on comfort, not perfection. The breadsticks hit the table warm, someone smiles just enough, and for a moment, you forget the outside world lives on takeout apps. Sure, the pasta isn't always cooked the same way, but when the lighting is soft and the bowl steams just right, that illusion of home still works. It sells belonging, and on a good night, that's worth more than seasoning. Then there's Taco Bell, the wild card. It thrives on adventure instead of precision. You might end up with a miracle, a melt of cheese and spice that hits every note, or a tortilla stuffed with lettuce and regret. And yet, people keep coming back. The chaos is part of its charm. It feels alive, like the food and the mood both decided to improvise. It's messy, irreverent, and somehow honest about it. Wendy's sits in the middle of an identity tug-of-war. Some locations turn out juicy, hot burgers that make you pause mid-bite. Others make you wonder if the meat napped under a heat lamp too long. That premium idea fights with drive-through fatigue, and inconsistency keeps winning. The ingredients have potential, but poor follow-through kills the vibe faster than cold fries. And then there's Chipotle, the quiet redemption arc. It faced a mess most brands never recover from and answered with transparency. Fresh ingredients displayed in full view, staff grilling right in front of you, smoke rising with the scent of seasoning. Each step rebuilt a little trust. You see the work, you taste the effort. That honesty has value. It reminds you that consistency beats hype any day. And lately, it's the comeback kids who understand that the fastest way to loyalty is remembering who they are. The real winner doesn't just feed hunger, it restores trust. Five Guys proves it with honest simplicity. You walk in and smell peanut oil, hear the grill, and see cooks actually working their craft. In-N-Out does the same, quietly, by keeping its promise to do a few things well: fresh patties, real potatoes, calm pride behind the counter. Then Texas Roadhouse seals it. Warm rolls, steady hands, laughter in the room. Consistency there isn't marketing, it's culture. The best value meal isn't cheap, it's honest care you can see and taste. So ask yourself, when did your favorite chain last taste like itself?